Hello, I'm Father Ben from St Francis Episcopal Church in Macon, Georgia, and this is my weekly message for our Friars Messenger. The Gospel assigned for morning prayer this morning is from Luke chapter 10. In it, a continuation of the previous story of Jesus sending out the 70 disciples, apostles, to be vulnerable to welcome, or maybe to be vulnerable to an unwelcome circumstance. And today, the disciples have returned ecstatic in joy. And part of that is because of the power that they saw in being vulnerable, in allowing people to reveal the kingdom of God within them and within the people that they met. Jesus said, the kingdom of God is within you. And I often envision this cosmic episode of finally the revealing of the love within us with the love in the being of God, of which we are immersed. Finally realizing that connection. If you remember some of the lightning photos, you see a little lightning bolt coming up from whatever is going to get struck by lightning, and then a larger lightning bolt coming down, and they meet. And that's what I feel like is happening here, is their vulnerability. They went out without any extra whatever. They just what they had on. And that exaltation of people finally making the connection in love, and it can be hard to do because we put up so many barriers for that. We are taught to put up barriers to that. And before this passage and the previous passage, Jesus had also picked up the child and said, unless you're like this, you won't enter the kingdom of God. Unless you're like this, that connection won't be revealed to you. And I think this is for the 70 coming back. They finally sort of get basically, maybe not even basically, they're caught up in the feeling of what can happen when we love out of vulnerability